This is Cory from Lost Symphony, and this is certainly one of the most, I think, solemn songs that we've written because when Ollie passed, and Ollie Herbert from All That Remains and played on a lot of our songs, this is the first idea that I wrote. I wanted to write a piano piece for him because that's sort of like, I guess, I mean, I play guitar, but I dabble. With the piano, I wanted to write something I felt like was moving, and I played this, I want to say for Cory and Siobhan and my brother, and they're all like, that's cool. And one of the things that's kind of interesting about this, what you're about to hear, this intro, I have a tendency to write things and then realize afterwards I've written in absolutely strange time signatures because I add something or I take something away. And fortunately, I think it sounds pretty natural, but the beginning of the song is written in 1908. I don't know anything about that. I was just told that by other people when they realized how much of an asshole I am when they tried following it. So,
is that it?
Yeah, unless Cory has something to say about it.
I have no idea.
That's it right there. The 19. That's a kalimba, by the way, guys. One of those little ding, 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 ding. And that's a guy named Alex Skolnick on a 50 Strat.
So it's obviously a beautiful, beautiful open to the song. I remember the day that we worked on that, the piano part alone, and that was just, there was so many directions that we could take it that I think we probably had you play it like all the way through, like not even like kind of like piece, but like it was, you know, so there were slight variations we went through. We found the feel and the timing that we liked the best.
The funny part is the iteration that we had liked the best on the piano, we didn't send it to Alex Skolnick, who, again, we were saying this on Take Another Piece, he wasn't an afterthought. We just didn't get to him until we were almost done with production. So we had this space at the beginning of this song, and we had done multiple versions to kind of say, okay, we're gonna have a guitarist or a violin thing. And I remember we sent like an earlier version to Alex, and that's what he played over. And then when we decided like what iteration we liked, it wasn't what fit with this guitar part, but we loved this intro. And then Alex, you know, he's known for being a metal guy. Obviously, he's played some jazz, but he comes in with this beautiful, beautiful, like 50s Fender, clean, ear-piercing, just soars above the air, like, only you get out of a 50 Strat. And it's a very different sound for Alex. And, you know, we have something like Conflagration, which is immediately, like, straight to the jugular. This is one of those songs that we genuinely wanted to build up, starting with just piano, and then it comes in with Alex, and then you hear some of the orchestra, and it gets a little bit bigger, and it kind of sets up the soundscape for probably our most deconstructed song that we have, as far as this is the most simple tune as far as, I think, the arrangement of the instruments, so that the strings and the piano probably shine the most on of this song, of any song. Siobhan really, really took this to the next level.
Yeah, once again, you'll see these are our strings here, and there's a lot of tracks here, but those are boiled down from well over 100 tracks of real strings that Siobhan sent. So there's a lot going on.
She didn't even send them. She came down and did them with me.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, we did it in the studio.
So the way that Siobhan works is that she's so diligent. You'll just give her an idea. So she's hard to start something, but once you start the snowball down the hill, she'll be like, okay, here's a third, here's the right harmony.
This was and we'll get into later in the song, you'll hear the craziest. I remember these sessions,
so,
and this was a madhouse.
Siobhan is one of these people that you can tell her, oh, put another layer on it, do this, come up with a counterpart. And instead of having to explain it to her, you just say that's what you want and she'll do it because she musically understands, okay, I have to do the minor third, I have to flat the fourth here. And she just is like a human, again, violin machine, like what we did with Matt. So I'd be like, okay, I want this to get bigger here. Do you want me to double it? No, I want you to triple it. So all these violin parts are like tripled, and then there's layers and layers and layers and layers, and we had to go, more of like Cory had to go and create these sub-mixes, so we were able to fit like literally 100 tracks of violins, and where, you know, when does the craziness come in? And this was the first song that the violins, and you'll probably see this in our videos, where we soloed them, and we go, wow, that could be its own song. We actually said that we loved the violin part of this song so much that we actually stopped the song, took the violins out, and then made it its own section so that we didn't diminish them, because Siobhan really is one of the greatest assets to this band, and I don't think she got to show her love as much in this song. I think she shines more than she does on anything else.
Yeah, so we'll take a listen to the end of Alex's solo again. You can kind of hear when Siobhan comes in just with a nice, kind of really nice pad strings underneath.
By the way, that's a little bit of Angel Vivaldi on rhythm guitar.
There is actually, Siobhan gets, you know, one of her first chances to really kind of shine through there.
I remember my dad saying when I was a kid, he goes, violin's the best instrument ever. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then, you know, something like that, like you listen to it, and look, she plays an electric violin sometimes, but she has a beautiful antique instrument, and she has such great tone. The funny part was when we asked her, can she do a solo? It was like, can you solve this calculus problem? Because she's so used to like being told what to do that we're like, no, be your own person. And if you listen to her, like she has such brilliance in her playing and her solo ability, but you have to like coax it out of her. And I think I was very proud that I was able to hear and play that back for her, and she looked at it and she's like, this sounds great. I'm like, that's you, Siobhan, you did that.
Yes, I think we solo just the
unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, if you want like the soundtrack to like any movie, just mute everybody else in Lost Symphony and just put on Siobhan.